Hey guys, welcome to the 90s Doggo Podcast number 8. This time we are going to talk about another indie animation. It is not so indie anymore. It is Hazbin Hotel, because it had originally a pilot in...
Because they are sellouts to Amazon!
Yes.
Nyek,
Yes, it's now a full Amazon series, and here's my brother Alex, the voice of Rat, like you heard.
Yes, hello again, people, and this time we are gonna talk about Hazbin Hotel.
So, what do you think?
I think this series is okay. Not perfect, and obviously I think the Amazing Digital Circus is much more amazing. That's a pun.
Anyways, speaking of puns, that's often considered a very low bar of humor, and Hazbin Hotel also has humor that is very lowbrow, but more edgy, because like sex, violence, and
Swearing.
a lots of swearing is very different from the amazing digital circus.
Yes, and the Hazbin Hotel reminds me, like the 90s cartoons.
Yes, but this is made like for adults who grew up with those cartoons.
Yes, and I don't know.
So it's like the adventures of Billy and Mandy, but for rated M for mature.
Yes, or I don't know, maybe you could say it's the edgy Tim Burton version of Home Foster for imaginary friends, you could say.
Yeah.
A little, because all the adventures is just inside a building.
Yeah, you could say that. But anyways, the
plot.
No. First, the setting. The setting is in hell itself, and here all the sinners obviously go to hell. So there's a lot of murder and destruction, and you probably wondering how the people who go to hell can die again. Well, that's not explained very well.
That's one of the problems with this series, because sometimes the world building doesn't make much sense, you would say. The characters are okay, I like
But
some...
we are still not talking about that. We need to talk about the setting and the basic plot. The plot is that every once in a while the angels from heaven go to do an extermination of the people of hell, so because they might rebel against them because they are kind of crazy. And because of that, Charlie thinks that, hey, maybe the people of hell can redeem themselves, so I'm going to make a hotel especially made for those people so they can redeem. And
like a rehabilitation center is more than an hotel, you could say.
yes, it is. That's the basic premise.
Yes, and Charlie, the main heroine, is just the princess of hell, and she's like a bootleg Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, exactly that, like a Disney princess. She tries to solve everything with
sinks.
yes, and
With
sometimes,
songs.
and the joke is that sometimes when she sings, it doesn't work at all. But ironically, other times it does work.
Yes, man. Well, that's the basic premise of the show, and obviously the bad guys are the angels, because that's it. Yeah, it's fun. Nyek. See, I am swearing too. I need to be a Hazbin Hotel character.
Yeah, I mean, put more fox and shit, and then you could be a Hazbin Hotel character.
Fuck that. Fuck that. dog.
Yes,
Sorry,
exactly.
that's the basic humor of Hazbin Hotel.
Yeah, it is. And
I
you
am not joking.
And you could say that it is justified because they are in hell. This is where the worst of the worst people are. And even the main characters are not exactly good guys. I mean, but in a way that's what you could say makes it interesting, but also, yeah, there's a lot of violence because it is hell. And here, this version of hell is not like the people get tortured like in many depiction of hell. Is more like being alongside those really nasty people is the punishment itself because they
it's like Los Angeles.
Yeah, everyone is making that joke, or California, or any of those cities with a lot of crime. And yeah, Charlie is very like a Disney princess, very overly optimistic, and she's kinda clumsy, and she's very quirky and awkward, and she doesn't get along with her father.
Daddy issues.
Yeah.
I don't know. The character is not bad, but isn't so good for me.
But yeah, I think she's kinda more interesting because she has more flaws than, let's say, Anna from Frozen or the chick from the movie Wish and many other modern Disney princesses.
Yes, she's not a Marisou at least.
No.
You could say, I don't know. I think she's like a worse version or poorly written version of, I don't know, Mavis from Hotel Transylvania.
I mean, yeah, Mavis is also very, like she wants to see the best in people and doesn't like to
The liars.
follow the racist tropes and all of that. But yeah, that's Chile.
Yes, and Mavis like Charlie's cute and innocent.
Yes, and yes, because she wants to be so overly, positive, she comes off like toxic positivity. Yeah, it's like happiness from the movie Inside Out, but the difference is like in Inside Out they were self-aware that happiness was too overly optimistic and happy and wanted to solve everything with that, and that's
Her
no
name
good.
was Joy.
Joy, yeah, but she was the emotion of happiness.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, and here, yeah, because Charlie wants to be basically a therapist, she doesn't do really a good job at all. No, and there's really kind of no reason in the story why she even wants to do that. No. I guess she got inspired because the story takes place right after one extermination happened, and that's kind of what inspires her for some reason. Why this has been happening for so long? Why this one was different than the others?
Yes, and we don't have many flashback. I don't know to justify that.
I mean, maybe they will explain it later in another season, but I think that was a little important information to for Charlie's characterization in the first episodes.
Yes, and that's Charlie, so she's a little insufferable, you could say.
I mean, yeah, she's like the extremely positive therapist that tries to make everyone get along, and it doesn't work.
Remember the character Unikitty from the Lego movie? She's like Unikitty. The difference is Unikitty was just a comic relief in that movie.
And she was like almost intentionally annoying.
Yes, but Charlie no, she's supposed the main heroine and the
Yeah.
protagonist, and I don't know, she doesn't do her job too well.
And the other character is, well, since we talked about Charlie, let's talk about Baji. And um, uh, she is her girlfriend. Yeah, I am not kidding. This is, they are lesbians.
Yes,
And, yeah, very progressive, I guess.
yes, I don't have a problem. But the problem with Bai is she isn't. She's supposed to be, you know, the serious one of comedy
Yeah.
from other characters, or you could say the straight woman
Yeah,
that
and
reacts
she's-
to the punchline.
And not only that, she's the strong woman, you know, the lesbian, the stereotype that
The
one
butch.
is very feminine and the other one is the butch. Yeah, and yeah, the relationship between these two is not very well developed because they don't have much screen time together. We don't see much of Bayi's personality. She is actually almost like a secondary character, except in a few of the last episodes.
Yes. And like all the characters, she just curses a lot, and
Yeah, everyone does that, and some more than others, but still.
Mhm. And
Well,
she's
yeah,
just the action girl, Baggy.
yeah,
There is
yeah.
no
You
much-
know, there's not much to say about her. You will think that if this show wanted to be so progressive, they would make more interesting the relationship between the lesbians.
I think there was a character that was better than Baggy, and she should be the main heroine, or the couple of Charlie was Cherry Bomb, a cyclops that likes bombs and
Yeah,
that-
she's a very crazy and
one of the funny characters.
energetic girls. She actually appeared a lot in the pilot episode, but she comes back in some of the later episodes, but she doesn't appear much overall.
Yes.
And yeah, she would have been more interesting in my opinion. But again, because she doesn't appear much, you can't say much about her either.
Yes.
And well, other characters, let's say, it is also Angel Dust.
Yes, Angel Dust is your typical asshole like Eric Carman or Bender.
Yes,
you
but
could say.
you say that in this show, like most characters are the assholes except Charlie, so everyone is kind of like the Bender of the car or the Cartman.
And wait a moment. That's one of the problems of this series. Remember the quote of Syndrome of the Incredibles?
Yes.
What's he saying?
If everyone is super, then nobody is.
Yes. If everyone is Carman or Bender, nobody is. If all your characters are just jerks, nobody is.
Yes, that's why I can't say that Angel Dust is the character like Bender, because everyone is.
Yes, and he's supposed, you know, the representation of, you could say, trans, and he's a porn star. And
I mean, he's not trans, he's
No.
just, you know, gay, but the typical stereotypical gay guy, like, oh, I am very,
camp.
yes, and very sexualized and into that lifestyle, and yes.
And he just made sex jokes all
Yes,
the time.
all the time. And they are not even a smart sex jokes. It's just, oh, a character say, come.
Oh, daddy!
Yeah,
Yes, that's his personality.
yeah. Every time that something insults him, he just tries to make it sexual. It's like if this was written by Beavis and Butthead.
For example, if another character annoys Angel Dust, that character says, "Fuck you, Angel Dust," I'll say, "Okay, but with who?" Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Rat would have said it.
But I don't know.
If anything, that would have been more.
The problem with Angel Dust, for me, is a good character and have some character development, but his design is weird. He looks like a Muppet or Dr. Seuss character.
Yes, so it is weird that
the most sexualized.
Yes, this is the most sexualized character, and there's a reason for that. They trying to show how awful is the sex industry is, because of that they have to sexualize him to show you how that thing is. But yeah, because of that it's kind of weird. Like you are watching this almost Muppet-like character. I mean, he's supposed to be a spider, but when you look at him, he doesn't look like that at all.
He looks like Grover.
Yes.
Around, under, up and down. Around.
Yes, and he has like the only hint that he's a spider is that he has many arms.
Yes, and well, yes, that's Angel Dust.
And well, the next character is Husk. Yeah, this guy is one of my favorites. So probably my favorite character that's intentionally that I like for the good reasons.
Yes, and one of the few that are well written, you could say.
Oh yeah, really well written, because he's he's actually the one that doesn't tolerate any bullshit. So when someone is as if fucking with him, he just cuts them off, and he actually can read everyone very well because he's the bartender, and you know when someone is drunk, they spill out all their problems to the bartender, so it's almost like a therapist. Ironically, a better therapist than Charlie.
And he's like the only adult in this show, you could say.
Yes, I mean, I think that everyone is an adult, but they act like more like edgy teenagers, and Husk is actually the one who acts more mature, and he also is one of the few characters that actually sounds cool and badass when he swears, because he's voiced by Keith David, the voice of Spawn.
Yes, but he's not a Spawn in this series. He's like a cat with wings.
Yes. A furry character. In fact, many characters are like furries in this show.
Yes. I think there is a fetish here.
Yeah, I mean, in the parts where when Angel Dust, when they show us the scenes of the porn and everything, it's almost always a furry character. Why?
Yes, like a horse or I don't know, fox.
Yes. But anyways, yeah, I almost forgot. The other character is the very edgy one, Alastor.
Yes, he's supposedly the real vendor of this series. Or you could say he's more evil than the vendor.
Yes,
character.
he's not just an asshole character. He's actually the one that is, ooh, look how evil he is. But he actually works with the good guys because he actually wants to see how the hotel goes, and because he just wants to have fun.
He's the virus of Dragon Ball.
Virus-sama.
Yes.
Yeah, the character
That is overpowered and is supposed neutral, but it helps the good guys.
Yes. Supposedly neutral. According to him, he only is helping them because he wants to see how much they fail and because it is amusing to him. But he actually forms a bond with them and all of that cursy stuff.
Yes, I liked him, but they try to be. That character is the definition of an edgelord.
Yeah, they try
problem.
to make him very scary and all of that, and don't make a deal with him, and he's a monster. Nobody knows where he comes from, and all of that.
Yes, and maybe he will be the final boss of all the series. There are theories.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I think they don't try to give much information about him and intentionally tease his origin and many things because they want people to make theories about him.
Yes, and there are others. The other main character you could say is Serpentius, this invasor sim you could say of this series.
Ironically, in the pilot he was supposed to be just a one-off villain that gets defeated easily.
The monster of the week.
But he was so popular that they decided to keep it as one of the main chapters of this whole season.
Yes.
And he is one of the sinners that wants to, aside from Angel Dust, that also wants to redeem himself in the hotel. And he actually is the one that's doing it the best. So no wonder by the end he actually redeems himself and goes to heaven, proving that it is possible.
Yes.
But now that we talked about all the good guys...
Now the villains, there are many. First we have the angels, Adam and Lut.
Yes. And Adam, from Adam and Eve, is...
the biblical Adam, you know.
Yes, but in here he's like a soldier from an army of exterminator angels.
Well, he sounds more like a joke.
Yeah, I mean, that's his job, but he's very like, oh, dude, bro, kick
Come
ass.
at me, bro! Remember the douche from Sausage Party? It's like the same character.
Yes.
Ironically, Adam is the villain, and I think that Bipsy Poop hates him because he's a straight man. He's he represents the patriarchy, but he's probably the funniest character in the show.
Yes, because he actually kind of. Instead, he doesn't try to sound cool when he swears. He actually is like trying to annoy people, and that's kind of like funny.
Yes,
because he knows he's
The problem with, you could say, Hazbin Hotel is that it's not. The humor is not it's not intelligent, but Adam represents embrace the cringe, and that's why it's the most fun. It's the funniest character.
Yeah, and because of that, he's not intentionally the funniest.
Not, but he is.
Yes.
He's like
they
coming
tried
the room.
This is the room, and obviously the most entertaining character is the one that is worse at acting. And here is the one that tries the hardest to be edgy, and the point that is that he tries too hard that looks stupid, but he tries so hard that it is funny.
Yes, so is one of my favorite characters.
Yes. I am the ultimate dick master! That's one of his lines.
Yes.
The original dick master! Everyone comes from my dick!
I think one joke they could have used was, I am the original Charles Dickens!
Yes. Even that would have taken a little more creativity and talk than just a lot of the jokes of this series.
Don't make me wrong, I like the cringe humor. For example, my character in the 90s Doggo Rat is pure cringe. He is inspired by Bobsy the Bobcat.
Yes.
And I love Bobsy, the Bobcat.
Ah, yeah, he's so.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yes, it's almost the same voice.
Yes.
And yes, but ironically, it requires a little more tough the humor of Rat, because you at least have to think about a pop culture reference to make, and the others just said, "Oh fuck."
Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
But I like Adam. He's simple, but he's probably the funniest character. In contrast to his second in command, Lut, that is just the guitar chick. That's an angel.
Yeah, but I like her because she's like a cheerleader for Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, basically every time that Adam is doing something stupid, she just and cheerleader him. Yeah.
Yes, they are like school bullies.
Yes, that's the point.
High school bullies. Yes. And the other villains are a little lame, I would say. The beasts that are Box, Valentino, and Velvet.
Yes.
She's like a parody of Harley Quinn, I don't know.
Yes, Box barely appears, and he. Oh yeah, something that we didn't mention. This show has songs. It's a musical. Every episode.
Many songs!
Every episode has at least 2 songs in a 25 episodes. The 25 minutes episodes.
Yes.
Yes, and that's a little too much time dedicated to songs, and because they have to fill the quota of 2 songs per episode, some of them are
It's
just...
like almost a contractual
Yes,
thing.
some of them are random and just happens out of nowhere with characters that are not very important to the overall season, like Box. He doesn't contribute anything, at
I
least
know
in this
they
one.
want their villain song like Scar, you could say, or Ursula, but it doesn't work too much.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, at least Adam's song was a little cheesy.
Oh yeah, that was...
That
one...
was the best villain song of the show.
Yeah, that was so stupid, that was hilarious.
Yes.
But anyways, the other villain is Valentino, that he's actually the pimp of Angel Dust.
So he's like his nemesis in the story.
Yes, and I think that he's actually a better villain than Box, because he's kinda like a more realistic character, like a real life pimp.
He reminds me of Sport, the villain of Taxi Driver.
Yeah, one of the villains.
Yes. Harvey Keitel, one of the best actors ever.
Yes, and because he is his pimp, he obviously tries to keep him in line and obey him, and he wants him to always keep that persona of Angel Dust, because Angel Dust is just his like his bitch name. His real name is Anthony, and he even you can notice that the very high pitched voice that he makes is not his real voice. He only does it to put on an act and always be in character of that very sexualized character, porn star.
Yes, man. Yes, from the freebies, Valentino, you could say, is the best of the trio of villains.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And probably they will be the main villains in the second season.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And Velvet is probably the least important of the three. She's just like a fashion designer,
Yeah.
like a bootleg Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, kind of boring, honestly.
Yes. Well, her design is cool, you could say. She looks cute. That's all.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yeah, we are talking about the story and the characters. Yeah, we haven't talked about another one of the more important characters that appears later, Lucifer.
Yes, the father of Charlie.
Yes, because she is the princess of hell, and the king of hell is Lucifer. And this follows a bit of the Christian, mythology.
Lord.
Yes, and Adam was the first man, and from him came the first woman, but Lucifer tempted her with the
Apple.
the apple, and with that humans got free will with the apple of knowledge.
So in this version you could say, in this version Lucifer is real the good guy.
Yes, but in here he has, because of that, a rivalry with Adam.
Yes, and the real problem in the story is because Charlie have daddy's issues, and you think that Lucifer will be, a sexist pig, you could say, and you imagine like Dabur of Dragon Ball, a big red evil demon.
Yes, but they wanted to, because Charlie is like a mime with the Pikachu cheeks and all of that, and the pale face. They wanted him to look similar, but it doesn't look much like many depictions of Lucifer at all.
No.
and that could have been a funny joke, that Charlie is this overly optimistic girl and her father is this giant monster and evil and that, but no, they want him to be most like a silly dad and very...
A bumbling sitcom dad, you could say.
Yes, the bumbling idiot dad.
Yes, like Jimmy Neutron dads, or...
Okay, maybe not that stupid. But anyways, here he's like divorced, and he has not seen Charlie in a lot of time, and Charlie tells him her idea of the hotel and all of that, and actually makes a good argument, Lucifer, that it's very hard to redeem anyone from hell because they are just
evil.
Yes, they are there for a reason.
Yes, and
redemption is
and that's the difference, because Lucifer is similar in personality from Charlie, but the difference is he's a little more realistic.
Yes, I mean, they try to make him look kind of silly because he likes to collect rubber duckies and things
Him
like
from
that.
Powerpuff Girl did it first.
Yeah.
That was a cooler devil than Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel.
Yes. But anyways, because they have this problem within the two, this disagreement, and also they don't get along very well for some reason. They never explain it, why they haven't seen each other for so long. They just resolve that
with the song, you need to be a little good.
yes, a very corny, happy song.
Happy sappy song.
Yes. And
Yes, like a bootleg Disney
in
song.
fact, yeah, the Charlie, they try to make the joke that Charlie doesn't solve everything with singing, but every time that she has to convince a character of something with a song, it actually works.
Yes. The problem with the song is some are good, but others are really...
Yes, well, they said
Yes.
that, but ironically, I think that the better songs are the ones that are focused to the main cast.
Yes.
Like,
And advance the plot.
Yes, that important to the plot. Like, for example, one of the best songs in the entire series is in the episode when they reveal the type of lifestyle that Angel Dust have, because he's always in the porn industry. Charlie thinks that he will redeem himself better if she actually asked Valentino to give him more time to be in the hotel because every once in a while he has to go back to work. But she causes a lot of trouble, and that makes Valentino angry and starts beating him up. He even bitch slaps Angel Dust and reminds him of the contract, and because of that he asks Charlie to leave and she has to go away. Even though she actually, if she wanted, because she's the princess of hell, he could actually get Angel Dust out of there.
Yes, just need to say, Daddy, they will pimp is just forcing my friend.
Yes, my
Okay,
gay,
sweetie.
yes, my gay friend.
They will pimp. Yes, that's one of
Yeah,
the problems.
that's one of the things that you, if you think about it,
It's like the Cars universe from Pixar. It doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, but that's not even one of the lore problems. That's more just like a plot hole. But we will get to those later. But anyways, what I was saying is that because she's so bad at her job of being a therapist, later Husk has to go with him, and ironically, he actually manages to get why Angel Dust is the way he is, and he actually reveals something.
Suffocate.
Yes, he reveals something about himself, that he is also under a contract by Alastor, and because he lost his
A bit.
yes, while gambling with him, he lost the ownership of his own soul to Alastor, and because of that, they are kind of similar in a way. They are both.
The slaves of Froder Demon.
Yes, all of their demon. In fact, Husk used to be a demon overlord like Alastor. And he lost everything with that. And before that, we got the musical number of Poison with Angel Dust. That's very sexual. I said, don't show this to your kids because it's very.
I wouldn't show any of this series to a kid if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Yes, well, it's not meant to be for kids. But maybe use your edgy voice want to see it. But anyways, it tries to show what kind of lifestyle is the porn industry and all of that. And later, when Angel Dust is with Husk, Husk starts doing a song about how they are both losers, and because they are suffering the same fate, they can get along and they become friends. And that's a very good song because obviously Keith David is a very talented singer, and obviously he was the Dr. Facilier in Princess and the Frog.
Yes.
And because it's so
The
important,
last great 2D movie.
yes, and because it is so important to the plot of this episode, that song, it actually advances the chapter and the story, and it creates the chapter development better than if it was just a conversation or something like that. But that's one of the few times that it works so well.
Yes, for example, there was a song for Serpentius that he becomes good guy. That was Sorry.
Yes,
with
because
Charlie.
originally Serpentius was working for Vox and was supposed to be there
spy.
to spy them, but when they discover him, Vox ditches him because he realizes they discovered him too easily. But then turns out that Charlie convinced him to try to redeem
With a
himself,
corny song.
and this time for real. And yes, the corny song, like I said, worked.
Yes, but this is for me the worst song. It sounds almost like Barney.
Yes, and it's so stupid that it's almost like a parody of. Remember when Animaniacs sometimes they did parodies of Disney songs? Yes, it was that stupid.
Yes. And well, that's the song problem, you could say.
Well, now let's talk about more the end of the season. Turns out that the reason why Hell can't fight back with the angels and just have to let happen the extermination,
It's because the
angels are supposedly indestructible, but
they are like invincible.
yes, but one of the characters discovered that there's one way to kill them. Can you guess what it is?
Kryptonite!
Yes, but it is their own weapons. The only thing that can hurt an angel is an angel weapon. So why the hell are they using angel weapons that can hurt them to kill demons if any weapon can kill a demon? And not only that, they are so stupid that after an extermination they just throw around their weapons and leave it for anyone to grab them.
I know it's because you want this majestic, you could say, view of after the battle, like the Helm Deep.
Yeah, but the thing is that if the angels never lose, and there's never a dead angel, then they have no reason to leave their weapons. I mean, if they went like a stalemate and they have to retreat, of course they will leave some, but if they are always winning, they have no reason to leave them. They are just stupid. And that's what we said, that the world building makes no sense. The more you think about it, the more it breaks. It has too many holes. BC Poop likes to make chapters and jokes and all of that stuff, but she doesn't seem to care much about the connecting tissue of the scenes that she wants to get to. That's why the songs are very well done, and she puts a lot of effort into the ones that she likes the most. But every time that there's something in between them, it is filled with holes. She doesn't care if it doesn't make sense. She just wants to get to those payoffs.
The problem is not... She could fix this problem just with better writers. The problem is she doesn't accept much criticism.
Yes, because then there's other problem. In heaven, no one in heaven knows about these exterminations. How is that possible? I mean, don't they have news? Don't they know why so many of their soldiers do during that time? I mean...
Yes, and the other...
and not only that, Baggy didn't know how to kill angels, even though she's a failing angel that betrayed them because she had pity on a demon that she was supposed to kill, so they stabbed her eye with a...
angelic weapon.
Yes. She couldn't put two and two together that, oh, this weapon stabbed me in the eye, so I guess that means that's my weakness. No, she forgot.
No, the character there was another character, Carmen, that was forgettable.
Yes.
With a stupid hair wig.
Yeah.
She's the badass that kill a demon.
Yeah, and she's the one that teaches Baggy about this, and yeah, she has to tell her, and she didn't know. See, this is the problem. You can't say that the only thing that matters in a story is the characters, because if you don't care about the plot, that's also going to hurt the characters eventually. Like in here, it makes Baggy look like an idiot, like all the angels.
Yes, and what more? Well, I want to return from war topic.
Yes.
For example, the problem with this show is, there are many jerks character, but not many straight man of comedy. The only one sería Husk and Baggy. But the problem is, Baggy is not too good and Husk is more like a secondary character.
I mean, except for the episode where they sing, when he sings the loser song with Angel Dust, you could almost think that he's almost like a background character with not many lines and barely appears. And that's not even an episode focused in Husk, it's focused on Angel Dust.
Yes. Now, back to the straight trope of comedy. I want, for example, one of the best straight man of comedy for me is Conker from Conker Bad Fur Day.
Yes.
He's not funny, but he's the only sane character in the Conkerverse.
I mean, yes, a lot of people say, oh, Conker, he said so many cursing and he was so politically incorrect and things like that, but if you think about it, many characters for their low screen time say a lot of cursing more often than Conker says in the same amount of time.
Yes, and in Conker, the good guys and bad guys all are insane. The Queen Bee, Rodent, Frankie the Match, Pitchforks, and even the villains like the Panther King or the Professor or the Great Mighty Pooh.
Yes.
That's the power of a straight man of comedy. For example, other good one is the Brain from Animaniacs. Pinky doesn't work without Brain. Huh?
Yes. They have to be together.
Yes, that's the problem with Hazbin Hotel. There are many asshole or quirky characters, but not enough straight man of comedy characters.
Exactly. There are too many extreme characters. Like everyone is an asshole, and there is Charlie, and that's it. I mean, they need more variety.
Yes, and obviously they are filler characters for one episode, like Fatty Madonna.
Yeah. This is a problem with the show. A lot of people say that the reason why the show has so many problems is because it's just 8 episodes. And yes, I know that it is very sad that she didn't have as many episodes as she wanted, but if she actually had used the time better, not introduced so many useless characters and focused more in the main ones, she could have done everything that she needed. And also a lot of the plot holes have nothing to do with time. It's just that she doesn't seem to care.
Yes, the problem is that I like Hazbin Hotel, but there are many problems. It's like, I don't know, like, it's like, edgelord wet dream when you are a teenager.
Yes.
And you just want the everything, but doesn't make any.
Yes, like yes, it's like a fan fiction of a edgy teenager.
Yes.
And what else? Should we talk about the ending?
Yes. Before that, there is another filler to convince some cannibals.
Yeah, because there's going to be another extermination, and they are going to attack first the hotel of Charlie. And obviously, they have to prepare for that. So, because...
They need an army.
Yes, because before that, Charlie, after asking Daddy Lucifer to go to heaven to talk to them, she actually makes everything worse because a lot of stuff happens and she tries to fix it with a song, but it doesn't work. So they get angry at Adam gets angry at her, and decides that yes, they are going to attack the hotel first in the extermination. And when they prepare, yes, this is a filler episode with the cannibals and all of that.
And that was stupid because you have just one episode to do the great climax.
Yes, they could have used 2 episodes if they hold 1 episode and a half at least. If they had hurried that stupid part of just cut off the cannibals entirely, because the only reason they are is to be red shirts to be killed by the angels in the final battle, but they don't even show that much. So you almost forget that they are there.
Yes. Can't you just put more of the Humpty Dumptys of Serpentius, like he had 1,000 minions eggs? And
Yes.
with that, you don't need the stupid cannibals.
Or you could have said that Alastor has many people that owe him deals.
And summons lesser demons.
Yes, because he has many guys like Husk. You could have used that to your advantage instead of introducing all this pointless. And I know that there's an important dialogue that she has with one of the main cannibal characters that is to advance the plot about because Baggy lied to Charlie about being an angel. But you could have another character have done that. It's not that complicated.
Her father, I don't
Yes.
know, Husk.
Yes, and that would have given character development to Lucifer. But no, we have to introduce the stupid character that
This
does
Mary
nothing.
Poppins cannibal.
Yes, it's so stupid.
Yes.
But anyways, the final battle starts, and for some reason they break the rules instantly. They say that only the angel weapons can kill angels, but that chick Cyclops, what was her name?
Cherry bomb.
Cherry bomb, yeah. She throws a bomb and kills an angel.
Yes, and
But-
after they like flies, Alastor summons a giant shield, force
Yes.
shield, and the stupid angels went
Yes, they
crashing
splat. They
and
splat like a book, and wow, it seems like there's many ways to kill angels, not just angel weapons.
At least they could go mad and say, well, the plot armor is over. Huh?
Yes, a joke, but
But yo,
this could have this could have been fixed if they didn't have the
the stupid rule in first
yes,
place.
yes, if you're going to break it anyways, just don't use it.
For example, they could say the angels are not immortal, they are just stronger. Like, you know, in a book's life, the grasshopper are bigger, meaner, stronger than little ants. And that's the reason why they don't rebel themselves.
Yes, but if they did, they will defeat them by being more. Yes, that could have been the lesson, but no, instead they are invincible, except when they're not, when it's convenient.
And yes,
And obviously, because the angels are so pathetic, Adam has to step in and destroy the force field.
with a falcon punch.
Yes.
I know that Adam is like a goofball, but this one is the few times that he was threatening and a cool character.
Yes. I mean, he's so powerful that he started fighting Alastor, and he actually defeats Alastor. I mean, all this time trying to make Alastor look so scary and so mysterious, and that kind of ruins, that is kind of ruined when freaking Dick Master defeats him and kicks his ass.
Exacto.
Yes.
But yes, so this one of the few times that I think this was Adam finest tower.
Yes.
And obviously after that, Serpentis want to be the new hero and have
Yes.
his anime moment.
Yes, he creates a new machine that's going to kill him, and just whatever. Just
Yes,
kill him.
before the other charge the giant laser.
This was one of the few jokes that I actually find really funny, because he just kills him when he was in his most dramatic moment.
What?
And-
We don't know, maybe the giant laser could kill Adam.
Yes,
But the other wasn't an idiot to just wait.
yes, and yeah, more jokes like that could have helped, but that joke didn't require swearing or stuff like that. It was just a funny subversion.
Yes. Obviously, after that, Charlie becomes the second form.
Yes,
Her
because
Saiyajin mode.
yes, because when she gets angry, she goes all, she gets horny, she grows horns.
But she looks ridiculous. Sorry.
Yes, they
I
tr-
know this was their cool anime Goku moment.
Yes, they try to make her look cool, but she looks funny.
Yes. And after that, obviously, Adam is stronger and is beating the crap out of Charlie.
Yes, and Baggy is fighting with
Lut.
Yes, Lut, and obviously because they are not very good writers, Daddy comes to the rescue, and this is a Deus Ex Machina, because there was no reason why he didn't got earlier. He just got late for no reason. There was nothing stopping him.
Yes, I think the problem is because, oh shit, we have just 5 minutes left to finish the episode.
Yes,
and we just waste money of the time in the stupid cannibals and stupid songs.
yes. So we need to hurry this up, and we made accidentally Adam too powerful. So someone has to come to save the day, and it is Lucifer.
Yes,
And for some reason, he's stronger than Adam, and you are like, eh? Why?
yes, and that's the fight, you could
I
say.
mean, they could have made it so they are like equally stronger, but Charlie and Lucifer have to fight together to defeat him. That
In
would
attack
have,
team,
yes, that could have been better. But anyways, Adam is defeated.
Yes, and after he's defeated, there is another corny song
Oh,
to
yeah.
rebuild the hotel.
Yeah.
Wait a moment, I think something. This series had many sex jokes and all that, but there is any that a character says not Hazbin Hotel and says Hazbin Motel. It's right in your face!
Like I said, like that would have required a little more.
Hazbin
you know,
Motel.
you-
And you'd say, whatever, I am going to the Hazbin Motel.
and that will have required a little more thought, because no, instead every time that someone says come, he says, oh, it's sexy.
Well, and that's the episode. So obviously,
The end of the season.
the end of the season, and the bees will be probably the main bad guys of the second season, and Alastor is weak.
Yes, he's weakened by the fight.
By the fight, and you don't know anything about him
Yeah.
still.
Well, one of the few things that you know about him is that when Husk pissed him off by saying when the fat lady came, he said that, oh, she's going to bring trouble. She only comes here when she wants a favor from you and she's in trouble. And then he says, Alastor said, I can deal with it. I am so powerful and shit. And then he kind of makes fun of Husk, and
Because he's practically he's a slave or a pet to
Yes.
Alastor.
So Husk is angry and said, big tag for someone who is also on a leash, and that obviously pisses Alastor off, and he threatens to kill him if he tries to get as smart as like that again. But that shows that Alastor is also it belongs to someone, his soul, and he really doesn't like when you tell him that, remind him of that.
Yes.
So yeah, we probably will find out who owns him in the next season.
And for some reason, the mother of Charlie seems to working with the angels, and that she will be a
Yes, she's
villain.
Lilith. The villain of the next season, obviously.
Yes. And what final thoughts?
This is a okay series. I like some of the songs, some other not so much.
Yes.
Like I said, the real passion of VC Poop, who is the creator of this series, is the characters. But she doesn't care much about the plot, so whatever I have to do, even if it doesn't make sense, to get to my payoffs.
Yes, and the problem is she wants this show to be edgy.
Yes.
And sometimes it's not enough to be a good show. I like it, but I think it could be much better. This show has potential to be something great. Huh?
Yes.
For example, I think if you want Angels versus Demons cartoons with comedy, they are much better.
Yes, Bayonetta, like we mentioned it before.
Yes.
Oh, or Party and F-Stocking. That's also a very silly cartoon. That's edgy with crude humor, violence, and all of that. And it's also a lot funnier. The plot is supposed to make no sense because that's part of the joke.
And not only that, you didn't play, but there are video game series that I love. That's this guy, and it's practically Hazbin Hotel, but with much better writing and humor.
Yes, that's one problem of Hazbin Hotel. For a series that tries to be a comedy, is not very good at the comedy part.
Well, the comedy is just unintentionally good. You know,
Yes.
when it's cringe.
Yes,
Huh?
I am not laughing because your joke was so smart or clever. It's just because it's stupid.
I don't hit her. I do not.
Yes. The Room, yes.
The Room.
The edgy comedy version of The Room.
Yes, you could say that, the comedy
I am laughing because you thought that was funny. I am laughing at you, but because you thought that was a worthy joke to put in the thing.
Yes, but I like it. Huh? Please, fanbase, don't come with pitchforks to kill us.
Yeah, but
And that's all.
yes, I guess that's enough. Anything else to say?
No. Yes.
What?
Before that, this show has a sister or brother series in the same universe, Hell Hula Boss.
Yeah.
That's an okay show. But it's different to Hazbin Hotel. Ironically, the other is still a indie animation in YouTube.
Yes. And because of that, it has less budget, but ironically, it has because of that more episodes.
Yes, and doesn't have the strings, because you could say that Bipsy Poop made a deal with the devil, that is Amazon. Amazon is Alastor in this case, and she's now with a leash too.
Yes.
Huh?
She has to limit herself because, maybe the problem is that if she was going to get a lot less episodes than she originally wanted, she probably should have cut characters like Box and all of that, and only keep the important parts. But she loved so much those characters that she wanted to keep them, and because of that, the space of the series is very tight. There's very
It's still rushed.
Yes, the series has a really fast pace all the time.
Yes, and it doesn't work sometimes.
Yes, that also hurts the series.
Yes, but yes, I like
Yeah, well,
this
yeah,
series. Well,
yeah, that's enough for now.
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Bye bye, Toto.
Yeah, yeah,
that's humor.
yeah. See you later, guys.